Hello everyone. This is Plague Doctor coming at you again with another Scrimcast in the off season. It's good to be back in the casting booth today, and I'm glad to be here. Today we have SunsetRavens versus Valor on a Scrimcast. Looks like our first map is going to be Hideout. SunsetRavens starting on defense. Looks like we're still waiting for one of these Valor members, along with a tryout. Wound looks to be trying out for Valor here. Good luck to him. Meanwhile, over on SunsetRavens, we have Atlas, Shiloh, Cheez-It Lover, Evil Shiloh, and Zoink. Very excited to see how this goes down. A little late to the start just because I actually swapped off of another Scrim who unfortunately had their Scrim partner cancel on them. It's a shame on them. Unfortunate late cancel there. Regardless, though, I am here. The two teams who are playing today are here, and I'm excited to get started. A few things to go over here. You know, SunsetRavens playing against Valor. SunsetRavens, I believe, having a pretty new roster here, along with Valor playing a tryout, along with, I believe, there will be 4 rostered Valor members. Looking forward to knowing when the season will start for VRML so that people can start planning out their seasons a little bit better and knowing, you know, when they need to make availability for times, things like that. Maybe thinking about when they need to get their schedules really locked down, get some good practice in overall. Regardless, looks like it's going to be a good showing on both sides here. I know that Valor just got off of a VOD review trying to go over their performance on Hideout, so maybe they'll use some of the things they went over here in order to, you know, prepare themselves a little bit better this time, having lost Hideout in a scrim last night. Looks like we do have the Valor member getting in here, but actually losing another one in return, unfortunately. Now, still 4 Valor members in. With that tryout still here. Looks like there will be 4 rostered Valor members coming in. Getting just some last-minute things done. Alrighty, first map here on Hideout. With Valor starting on offense. Valor now having their IGL back after, I believe, a quick break on his end. Hopefully coming back a little bit refreshed from that break. And hopefully getting some good performances in here. I look forward to seeing how it goes. Looks like we do have a meta push here from Valor. Meta pusher from Valor. Looks like we do have 5 Spectrals come out along with a lot of utility, including a flash from Shino as well as a drone. 1 drone being run here from Valor, not 2. An interesting strat here, not having that second drone, droning out Garage, trying to figure out, are there any players lying in wait for them? Only Shiloh in the theater. Meanwhile, looks like Garage has been cleared by the drone, checking through the point, knowing there's no door blocker, seeing 2 players inside, getting some good information, with Red pushing forward to foam the wall immediately. Drone checking laundry, not seeing anyone, throwing the foam over to Footbot over there, trying to get both walls open, get some good, you know, some good pushes going. Looks like Shiloh is going to be biding his time here in theater, trying to get anyone who pushes through that front door. Looks like Evil Shiloh takes out Shino in Garage, but Red takes out Evil Shiloh in return. Looks like we do have some headshots being missed there, unfortunately, with the flank actually rotating back to point. We have Atlas very low, with Valor playing this push very slowly. Crimson still way outside the building. trying to just catch any last-minute flankers here. Zoink stuck in the corner, as well as Atlas in the connector. Atlas taking out Footbot on a really unfortunate overextension there into the point. Crimson now rotating around, taking out Shiloh, who was in the theater. Well done to him. Zoink taking out Red, unfortunately now on a 2v3. Crimson at full health, however, one of the only people with full health. Trying to peek Cheez-It Lover in the back here. Wound and Crimson, the only ones alive for Valor. Wound looking to push in and maybe try planting. Crimson going for a flashbang there, with Wound taking out Zoink before getting taken out by Atlas. Crimson now having to push in on 2 players, knowing there's one on his left. He's not quite sure if there's one on his right. Taking this very slow, still has 40 seconds to plant. SunsetRavens choosing to not push out, probably a smart move on a 2v1 with Atlas checking for an A rotate, giving Crimson some space here to rotate in. At this point, I feel like for SunsetRavens, you almost have the person with low health baiting out Crimson here. Crimson seeing Atlas, now pushing to kill Cheez-It Lover, taking out Cheez-It Lover as well, with Valor claiming pistol round for themselves. Opening up both these walls, making it so that SunsetRavens has almost no place to hide inside the point. Well done, trying to cover all of their bases. On this round, looks like Crimson went 3-0 there, taking out the flanks, as well as that last player. Then we had, looks like, Wound and Red trailing behind a little bit at 1 kill each. Over on SunsetRavens, pretty even kills with 2 kills on Atlas and then 1 on Evil Shiloh and Zoink. Looks like we do have a bit of a force buy here from some of these players. We do have Crimson looking to get a Marui here, with Red maybe buying attachments, or Crimson getting a Marui, as well as a flashbang. Looks like we do have 2 drones here from Shino. We'll see how that droning works. Valor has been experimenting a little bit with drone smuggling here, trying to use 1 drone in the beginning and then bringing 1 to the end to catch any stragglers. So we see how that works. Looks like we do have a meta push on this hatch, as well as outside A, with Evil Shiloh. Seeing there is someone rotating outside that window and deciding to back up rather than hold the window down. Shino droning in here from the balcony, checking these floors, making sure there's no one sitting downstairs or in these little corners. Knowing there is a static on point, checking for proxies, knowing that there is at least 1 player in this A point. Pushing straight in, finding out, yes, there is someone behind the bathtub. Drone gets a direct hit with the Jesper shot, but somehow does not get taken down. Very lucky on these players' parts. Meanwhile, it looks like we do have Shiloh on flank inside the bedroom, trying to rotate through, but being stopped by this open hatch, unfortunately. Holding down this point is just Atlas on B. Zoink is very low in the shower. Looks like wall is going to open up here. We have no players on the bathroom. Looks like a great incendiary to take out Shiloh in the back, but getting returned there with Crimson and Red both taking incendiary damage. As well as Wound taking out Shiloh on the flank. Well done. Looks like SunsetRavens is going to be full holding this point now with 3 players. Distinct health disadvantage here, with Red hoping to push in and plant. Unfortunately, SunsetRavens not having any utility to deny it. Atlas trying to get a little bit of a cheeky peek off the Crimson, taking out Atlas with a great Marui buy there. Cheez-It Lover covered here. Zoink not even checking the connector here, with Footbot and Wound able to push in. Cheez-It able to take out Footbot, while Crimson takes out Cheez-It on the flank there, denying some economy for Valor, but unfortunately just not able to clutch up that round. Valor now up 2 on Hideout. Looking at the scores here, we do have Crimson at 6-0. Well done. Then we have Atlas, Cheez-It, and Shiloh all at pretty even kills there, along with Zoink. They looks to be maybe trying to get their feet under them. Maybe just didn't warm up just enough before this scrim. Looking like we will have a meta push here from Valor, just trying to iron out their plays rather than trying anything new with this tryout. Probably a great idea. probably a great idea here from Valor to just stick with what they know, especially on hideout here. There's not many other places that teams are going to go. You know, SunsetRavens knows that teams are most always going to push this B wall because it's directly into point. Atlas looking to put down some trips here, almost getting caught out by Wound. With a great grenade taking out Wound almost, but unfortunately just not going off soon enough. If it was the old timing there, they would have been unfortunately just taken out. Zoink looking to wallbang, just not getting anything off. Cheez-It Lover holding A. Shiloh on top of those stairs. Evil Shiloh taking out Wound on a great peek there with Drone going in, seeing Zoink in the corner, getting taken out at the same time. Footbot on a rappel here, trying to see if anyone tries to come through this door, with Crimson able to take out Zoink on the flank, getting flanked as well by Shiloh, but getting checked here. Crimson deciding to go through the incendiary to get him rather than retreating. Looks like Atlas takes out Footbot as well. Evil Shiloh just biding his time to grab this Marui. With Shino not watching it. Now Shino watching it since the incendiary is gone. Shiloh upstairs with EMP, unfortunately. Red now having to go and claim it for his team. Getting kill. Oh, actually getting the kill off on Shiloh. Not quite sure how that worked. Well done to Red. Just an unfortunate pick there for Shiloh. Looks like we did have the last Valor player getting picked off, with Red now alone on a 1v3. If he's able to take down Cheez-It Lover, then he'll have the health advantage. SunsetRavens getting some info peeks off here. Now knowing that Red is on the top of those garage stairs. Atlas biding his time next to this door instead of pushing through. That trip mine's still up. Red may look to save here with only 45 seconds left, checking on top of that bench. Looks like we will have Red maybe trying to push in here. Unfortunately, getting Atlas there with Evil Shiloh trying to incendiary him out, not getting it with another grenade there. Getting some hits off, Shiloh getting taken out, trying to reload, but unfortunately he gets wall banged, with Cheez-It Lover able to clutch it out for his team, bringing SunsetRavens to 1-2. Well done there from SunsetRavens trying to play their numbers. Cheez-It Lover able to push in when Red had to reload. Looks like Valor going for a soft buy here. We have 2 SMGs and then 3 rifles. Meanwhile, over on SunsetRavens, looks like they will probably be going for a full buy here. Evil Shiloh and Cheez-It, as well as Atlas, can pretty well afford it, but Shiloh and Zoink not too well off in the economy here. If they do lose this round, it's going to be a rough bit of time for them. Looks like Shino is actually going to be, instead of using a rifle, he's actually just going to be on a Jesper, trying to just maybe get a kill here and to claim a rifle for himself rather than spending a bunch of money. Probably a good idea. Crimson, again, blocking off this front door peek here. Atlas starting in the garage. Very dangerous play there. He could just get taken out by Wound here if he's unlucky. Crimson almost getting the kill. Atlas, his trip mine getting droned out. We do have Cheez-It here trying to throw a very early utility usage there, getting Red down to half. But really, I don't know if I would trade a grenade that early. Can't really deny the point there if you throw it out. Looks like we do have these players holding on to B. We don't really have a rotate here from Valor. Looks like wall is foamed. Crimson does take out Shiloh from the front door. Looks like we do have 2 in connector here. Almost getting a kill off on Footbot. Just not able to get it off. Very well played point defense here from SunsetRavens, trying to deny entry. Evil Shiloh holding this doorway carefully. Not getting a hits off. Incendiary there for point defense. Getting some good hits off on Red. Well done to them. Footbot looking to maybe stem. Looks like Valor, unfortunately, is not going to be blowing that wall just yet. Now blowing the wall. Cheez-It Lover getting some great hits off. Fantastic shots there from Cheez-It Lover, taking him out. Evil Shiloh just getting incendiary. A great incendiary placement there from Valor. Looks like Wound takes out Evil Shiloh. We have Cheez-It Lover in the back corner here. Atlas trying to push up, getting a bit of an overextension there, just not getting any grenade hits off. Odd choice. We did have a flash there that just not get any picks off. Wound blocking off the back corner here. Shino with EMP. Getting some info peeks in here. Zoink pushing around, getting some great picks off on Wound, with Crimson now at the other wall, taking out Atlas. Almost getting wallbanged there by Zoink. Cheez-It Lover overextending here. Crimson trying to peek around and get some hits off here. Maybe trying to bait it out. Unfortunately, getting taken down by Zoink, with Shino now alone on a 1v2, getting double pushed. Zoink taking out both Crimson and Shino there. Well done to him. Now on a 2-2 with most likely an economy lead. Looks like we will have a full buy coming out from Valor on almost full Vezin. Other than Crimson. And we have a soft buy here from SunsetRavens with Evil Shiloh actually going for an Omen rather than a rifle. Maybe just feeling more comfortable with the higher fire rate. Looking at the trap usage here. Defensive gadgets, we do have a static in front of the wall. We do have maybe some trips placed down somewhere. I'm not seeing any really, though. Maybe a proximity somewhere. We'll see how that works out. Looking at Valor's economy here, they do have a double drone from Shino, along with some incendiaries. You know, they're hurting for cash quite a bit. If Valor does lose this round, they're going to be down in the dumps when it comes to economy for that switch round. But we'll see how it works out with this full buy. SunsetRavens pretty comfortable when it comes to their overall economy. Looking to go for just another meta push here onto Jim. Looks like Zoink maybe get caught off guard by this wall with Alice and Zoink right there, using an early incendiary, getting some early hits off on Crimson, but you know, it's only been about 10 seconds since the round started. They've already wasted one of their most important utilities there. Football able to take out Atlas on a great peek. Surprisingly not getting peeked from that A window to punish. Crimson getting some more hits off. Unfortunately, going down pretty low. Valor does have a stim, luckily. Evil Shiloh almost getting killed on the rotate there. Footbot punishing the rotate, taking him out. Looks like we will get maybe a plant going on Footbot on an entry frag here. Not getting a kill off with Wound, taking out Zoink, and Shiloh getting the refrag for his teammate, with Crimson taking out Cheez-It Lover for the last kill of the round. Valor now at 3-2. They're pretty aggressive buy, paying off in spades. With Footbot able to get a rifle still. Looks like we will have another soft buy here from SunsetRavens. Trying to go for a full buy, but unfortunately Atlas just not having enough capital to get it off. Well played from both teams here, just kind of trading off rounds, trading off economy, working towards that switch round. Not really a dominant lead so far. We do have Crimson going 10-2, with Wound going 5-3, Red going 4-3, and then over on SunsetRavens, we have 5-5 from Evil Shiloh, and then 4 kills from Cheez-It and Zoink, 3 from Atlas. Looking like Valor is going to be going for a meta push here onto A from the hatch as well. Looks like their IGL going to be calling just a standard play here. We do have Atlas downstairs trying to maybe just get some flank picks off. Well, Evil Shiloh pretty overextended on this door, trying to get some picks off on the window, get some info peeks in. Droning in, looking for any sort of trip mines, any sort of, you know, proximities. Not seeing much in the way of proximities. Looks like we do have Cheez-It holding B along with Shiloh. Valor maybe trying to just get some peeks off here. It looks like we will have the second drone coming out here from Red. Trying to figure out, is there any flank here? Another really odd incendiary here from, it looks like from SunsetRavens. I'm not quite sure why we have an incendiary coming out from them. Just an odd placement, especially when they have such low utility because of their buys. Evil Shiloh getting pushed out of his peak because of a great grenade from Valor. Unfortunately losing an incendiary there. Wound taking out Shiloh with another grenade. Looks like Atlas patiently rotating from downstairs. Valor, none the wiser, not really having a flank watch, but not really needing to at this point. Evil Shiloh taking out Wound outside the point. Atlas trying to rotate up. Crimson might get flanked here if he's not careful. Crimson checking the flank. Well done to him. Evil Shiloh taking out Shino. Crimson taking out Evil Shiloh with now Zoink pushing straight out, trying to take out Footbot, not able to get the kill. Well done to these players. Valor now at 4-2. Crimson checking that flank at just the right time. Unfortunately, Atlas just not able to get the flank off. Valor at 4-2 here. Well done to them. Looking at the scores, we have Crimson going 13-2, putting in a great showing, especially after taking a break. And with SunsetRavens here, 7-6 from Evil Shiloh, playing its Valor, doing very well for his team. Especially, you know, just with rank-wise, the rank difference between these two teams, putting in a great showing here, getting some rounds off. Looking at the economy, we do have full spectrals on both sides, with Shino looking maybe to throw a grenade down onto the steps in order to get some hits. Unfortunately, he might not get anything, with Shiloh maybe able to get a pick off on him. Yep. Shino maybe wanting to shoot this window out. Shiloh is repelled. Looks like we do have a drone here heading into the garage. Valor not able to get the information now. Able to get the information denial there. Well done from Wound. Taking some hits in the process, however. Throwing out a very early incendiary and a grenade, wasting both of their utility almost, with Footbot having the only piece of utility left on Valor. Shino trying to get a peek off from the window, just not able to get it off. Red waiting downstairs on a bit of a passive peek here. Looking at the push here, unfortunately, Evil Shiloh taking some hits outside that garage door. We do have Evil Shiloh getting taken out by Crimson with EMP now dropped. Crimson maybe not knowing it because of his high angle on that box. Getting some great hits holding down the garage. He does have a static down to block off that garage door so he can't be quick push. Looks like Shiloh rotating down with Cheez-It, trying to still hold this garage and surprisingly not calling a rotate here. Crimson almost getting taken out, down to 2 health. Pushing Atlas regardless. Wound and Crimson both very low, trying to hold this garage. Cheez-It Lover and Shiloh looking to push in. Will they be able to get in undetected? Looks like they are. Wound might get taken out here if Shiloh gets up on the bench. Wound peeking around here. Shiloh able to take out Wound, and then Crimson getting taken out by a great grenade from Cheez-It Lover. And Football getting taken out on Laundry. Now there are no players on points. SunsetRavens is just free to enter on in. Red and Shino both having to reclaim, both at the same side here. SunsetRavens not quite sure where they are, but not really needing to know. Looking like they're going to be blowing to get downstairs. Red almost killing Atlas, not able to get the kill off. Looks like we do have Shiloh dropping down as well, with just Cheez-It upstairs. Red pushing in, getting Cheez-It down. Looks like we have Shiloh holding that angle, getting taken out by Red. Now it is just Atlas coming up through the laundry window, getting the kill off on Red, maybe. No! Red gets a kill off on Atlas there. Total of 3 health between these Valor players. What a clutch there from Valor. Well done to Valor. Unfortunately, SunsetRavens just barely not able to get that off. Looks like we do have downstairs here. Downstairs points on Hideout, tough ones to push, especially if you're going to go for the meta push, but that's typically what we've seen these players do. Looking at the defensive gadgets here, not seeing too much in the way of defensive gadgets. Looks like Valor is going to be prioritizing offensive gadgets as well as weaponry, with Red going for a bit of a hero buy, with probably his teammates going to be playing off of him just in case he does die, able to claim it for themselves. Looks like we do have a meta push here from SunsetRavens. All of these Valor players actually on point rather than rotating off. Looks like we do have some late round buys here from Valor. Looks like we do have a drone here from Evil Shiloh trying to get some information, seeing there's a door blocker and a player in storage. Maybe seeing Crimson as well in storage. But just able to get some good information for their team, knowing that, hey, there's some players holding this. Not able to get deep enough to see the trip mines, however. Looks like Atlas is going to be pushing up to foam the wall. Wound up on the box here. Trying to get a good lean peek off, just not able to get it. Almost getting killed there. Looks like we do have a flanker, maybe, here in Wine Cellar with Footbot upstairs. Zoink could get in pretty free as long as he doesn't make any noise. Footbot rotating down the stairs now. Zoink would just have to check around those stairs to kill him. Footbot does have his gun down, but Zoink unfortunately has his back turned, gets killed by Wound inside the point, who checks A. Looks like we do have Atlas waiting to enter. We do still have two players in storage here trying to hold it down. Atlas is trying to push in. Crimson going for a great incendiary directly to Cheez-Its feet. Nearly taking him out. Shiloh taking out Wounds. Looks like we did have a great grenade from Crimson taking out Atlas as Atlas takes out Crimson as well. Crimson taking him out from beyond the grave with Shiloh taking out Footbot. Great kill there from Shiloh, now claiming A for himself. Evil Shiloh getting taken out by Crimson. Sorry, by Shino. Well, Cheez-It Lover trying to refrag, it looks like. EMP is dropped in the point. Looks like we do have Shiloh trying to rotate through and take out Red. Could be a great kill for his team if he can get that Vezin. Red not watching the connector. It looks like Shino does take out Cheez-It Lover with Red peeking around the box. And taking him down. Valor now 6-2 on Hideout. Looking at the stats here, we have Crimson at 16-4, 4.0 KD. Red at 8-3, Wound at 7-6, with Footbot and Chino trailing behind. Over on SunsetRavens, scores are a little more even, with 7-6 from Evil Shiloh and Cheez-It Lover, as well as Atlas and Zoink at 4, Shiloh at 3. I want to thank Blackout IQ for following. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. As well as these 6 viewers that are watching. I appreciate all of you. Looks like we do have an upstairs points here from SunsetRavens. They're going to have a tough time pushing in here, as we do have Valor buying some defensive utility, getting a, looks like a proximity sensor on the back of the chair to detect if they get near the wall. We do have a static on B. Bit of a passive static here, just make sure they can't enter the point. Looks like we may have an off-meta push here from SunsetRavens, trying to, instead of pushing in on A, trying to rotate through B. May be able to catch these Valor players off guard. We do have Hatch being blown. Pretty standard here with a drone coming in. Trying to check all these corners, looking for utility. Almost getting taken out with Shiloh able to take out Footbot on a very unfortunate peek there. Well done to SunsetRavens for taking out one of these players so soon. Wound almost getting caught out. If there's someone watching that wall, he could have been taken out immediately. Evil Shiloh taking some hits, but not going down. A grenade there from Valor. And an incendiary. Very early utility usage here. Able to get some hits off on Atlas and Cheez-It Lover with Zoink taking out Wounds. Valor using a lot of their utility immediately. Looks like we do have these SunsetRavens players entering in the back of the point. Being taken out here with Red taking out Evil Shiloh and Atlas. Now we just have Shino on a 1v2 here with Zoink watching that door very carefully. Shino on a Marui, having to push in alone. Zoink watching it on the right. Now seeing his gun, Shino will have to do some pretty aggressive plays here in order to get it off. Cheez-It Lover just waiting for the defuse. Able to just wait this out. Great incendiary there from Shino, able to push in on the point alone. Unfortunately, getting taken out by Zoink. Great point defense there from SunsetRavens, trying to, invert the play there on Valor, making so that Valor has to push into their own point. Well done from SunsetRavens. Now only having to get 4 rounds in a row to win. Pretty attainable here. The tables can swing pretty quick, especially with Valor's economy right now. Valor just not able to muster up most of the anything at all. Meanwhile, over on SunsetRavens, looking like we are going to have 2 rifles come out along with a Canut from Atlas. not able to get too much else. Looking at the stats, SunsetRavens still pretty even. Crimson still pretty dominantly on the top of the Valor's scoreboard, along with Red. Looks like we will have a meta garage push here from SunsetRavens. Valor, actually, a lot of their players roaming off the point, with Crimson waiting to punish any front door roam, along with Shino here in living room. Red downstairs. Only 2 people on the points. Could pay off for SunsetRavens if they were to rotate over to A. A lesser pushed point here. We do have a drone coming out along with someone on that front door. Crimson trying to get some early picks off, getting some hits on himself, but not on the enemy. Early utility usage there from SunsetRavens, just doesn't get any hits off. Crimson almost getting taken out by Evil Shiloh. Oh my goodness! Crimson almost getting taken down by some shotgun fire there from Atlas. Evil Shiloh taking out Chino on the peak. Crimson now stuck behind the piano here, getting taken out by Zoink with a Marui. Unfortunately, that flank just not working out. Wound going for a bit of a cheeky push here. Not quite sure what he's doing, especially on a 3v5. Can't really recover any guns in these situations. A lot of players heading towards garage. Red biding his time here, maybe trying to throw a grenade up, getting killed. Red taking out Zoink and Atlas. Red getting grenaded here, almost getting taken out. Looking to rotate around. Evil Shiloh pushing through. Footbot getting a great kill off here on Cheez-It Lover, able to claim, looks like a Marui for himself if he can just get through. Suddenly this is now a 2v2. Evil Shiloh rotating through, having his gun down. Not sure why he was entering that garage with his gun down. He knew there was a player in here. Shiloh now alone outside the building with Red still not upstairs. Not quite sure where he's going. Footbot able to grab a Marui here, as well as grabbing an incendiary and trying to grab a stam. Now Shiloh alone, trying to hold this garage angle. Really the only thing he can do right now. Footbot throwing an incendiary out, kind of wasting it, especially since there's still 30 seconds left, but that makes it so that Shiloh can rotate around towards the garage, but is it enough for him to get through? Heading through here, trying to get a pick off on Valor. Shiloh has a tough situation to get through. Unfortunately, not able to get that off, and now blocking himself off from even entering garage. That might just cinch it here. He can't get EMP, he can't get the kills off here. Not quite sure what he can do. 10 seconds left here. He has to take out both players, trying to push through, getting killed by a double peek. Unfortunately, with that incendiary dropping in front of the door, he really didn't have many options. With now heading towards the next map, looking at the final stats, we did have Crimson ending on a 16-6. Red on a 12-4 here, 3.0 KD, very well done. We did have Footbot on 7-8. Over on SunsetRavens, 9-10, 8-8, 6-7, 5-10, and 4-10. Well done from SunsetRavens trying to hold these points down. Unfortunately, just not able to get enough rounds off. Getting down to a 2v2 on that last map was very good. Just not able to get the round off, unfortunately. Regardless, now back in the lobby, looking at the utility usage. Valor trying to work on maybe getting those utilities down. I haven't seen a lot of very early utility usage on both sides, like before even meeting the 2-minute mark. Not quite sure what we're going for here on either side, trying to, you know, if you have 1:40 left on the clock, using those incendiaries will just make it so that the other team can wait it out, especially on, you know, a hallway with one entrance there. How are you gonna get any kills off unless you follow that incendiary with a grenade, but then you're using 2 pieces of utility to maybe claim 1 kill? However, you know, I don't know at all. Some of these players may just have, you know, plans beyond my imagination. Looks like we will have Valor starting on defense on the next map. I'm curious what the next map will be. If I had to guess, maybe it would be Arctic. Valor has been playing a good bit of Arctic. SunsetRavens, I haven't seen too many of their scrims recently. Looks like it's going to be Factory. Factory here is an interesting pick, especially with Valor starting on defense. They'll be able to get a strong baseline here if they just don't take too many casualties. If they don't take too many casualties with these rounds, they might be able to get a great baseline heading into Switch. We'll see how it works out. SunsetRavens can also, you know, on Factory, if you get some good rounds off on offense to begin with, you can really just finish out on defense, able to hold the points down. Alrighty, looking at the push here, we do have, looks like maybe a meta push here from Valor. Sorry, from SunsetRavens. They're a bit spread out. Looks like they will be pushing down the stairs towards A. Looking at the defense here, looks like we don't have many defensive gadgets going, as well as only 2 offensive gadgets. We have a grenade and incendiary here from Valor. Not seeing too much else. We do have Crimson upstairs trying to hold down the hatch, maybe. We do have Shiloh and Atlas both rotating upstairs. The drone waiting to check in the locker room. I'm curious why the 2 players here did rotate in before the drone. Could have been a risky move, especially with Crimson being upstairs. Obviously, these players don't know that. We do have hatch being blown, with Crimson now trying to push up, maybe. Get some kills off. We do have EMP being tossed to Zoink. Evil Shiloh and Atlas both pushing down the stairs with Shiloh covering them on the stairs. On the window, sorry. Red almost getting taken out, but unfortunately just not getting taken out there by SunsetRavens. Evil Shiloh accidentally on a pixel walk there. Unfortunate. Looks like we do have Zoink opening up the wall here. We do have Red trying to lean around, get some good hits off. Red does take out Evil Shiloh there. Throwing a great grenade out, almost getting a kill off on Zoink, just unfortunately not able to get it off. An incendiary here from, I believe, Valor that just didn't get any hits off there. A very unfortunate overextension from Atlas into the middle of the wall with Footbot punishing the rotate there. Now SunsetRavens on a 2v4. Red pretty low, not having any more utility, but neither side's of utility. Now it's down to mostly gunplay and positioning. Crimson still upstairs trying to rotate. Try to watch the hatch here, maybe. Cheese it down the stairs. The Shiloh still on the window, trying to get a great peek off here. A great position to be in here for Shiloh to get anyone who's behind the wall, maybe. Looks like we do have Crimson holding upstairs rather than rotating down. Probably a smart move. He doesn't quite know where these players are. Shiloh's still on the window. Cheese it lover. Maybe trying to push in, but he's not quite sure if he can. Info peeks from Valor here. You're just trying to figure out where these players are. Looks like we do have Cheez-It Lover getting taken down by Red, and Shino takes out Shiloh. Well done here. Now Valor leading, winning pistol round here, able to get a good start to their economy. Very well done. Looks like we do have some maybe hero buys here from SunsetRavens, grabbing some omens, not seeing too much else. They don't have much of an economy for anything else. Looks like we do have Valor trying to save a little bit, going for pistols and utility rather than pushing for some, you know, maybe just some Arils, anything like that. They will be holding storage with some trip mines here. Maybe a static as well. Kind of an unfortunate static placement there, because those trips and the static could both be taken out by just a single grenade, which is a pretty popular room to grenade. Looks like Valor may have realized that and is going to be moving a trip to another spot. We do seem to have a meta push here from SunsetRavens. Other than, looks like we do have an off-meta rotate from Atlas and Evil Shiloh rotating around to Assembly. Probably a good move here, as there's actually no one on Valor guarding Assembly. We do have Crimson upstairs trying to guard a flank. Shiloh on the window opening it up. A drone coming through here, maybe about to drone out Wound. Not able to see the trips, it looks like. Wound taking out the drone, looking like the drone did not see the trip mines that are beneath that shelf. Wound alone here in storage. Crimson having 2 bits of utility, looking to peek out maybe upstairs after checking his flank. Shiloh peeking it. It's like Crimson just trying to fake it out a little bit here, then moving down. Maybe to peek front door. We do have 2 of these members in assembly. Valor is none the wiser, having not placed, I believe, a proximity or anything, and no door blocker. Ah, there is a proximity there. Well placed there from Valor. Atlas and Shiloh abandoning the push, getting met at the same time by Crimson, rotating out, taking out Atlas. Evil Shiloh now stuck in assembly, opening the wall up. Maybe trying to buy some time for his teammates. Crimson going for an offensive smoke to block off Evil Shiloh's vision. Meanwhile, over on storage, we have Cheez-It Lover taking out Wounds, as well as Red taking out Zoink with a great grenade, as well as taking out Cheez-It Lover by hand. Looks like we have Evil Shiloh and Shiloh, 2 sides of the same coin here, rotating through. Evil Shiloh on outside of A, with Shiloh still upstairs trying to hunt Crimson. Maybe Crimson listening to some music here. Do have Shiloh just trying to get any sort of information here, taking on Crimson. Maybe just trying to deny some util or economy here. We have players using a lot of their ammunition just to hold him out. Evil Shiloh getting taken down here by Red on some great Omen aim there. Pretty good recoil control. We just have Shiloh here rotating down towards storage, only having 15 seconds left. Maybe just trying to deny some weapons from Valor rather than trying to win this round. Maybe a smart move. A 1v4. Looking like Red at a 6.0 KD here. Shiloh hearing Shino, maybe about to get a kill off here. Shiloh getting a great kill off on Shino, denying a pistol for him next round. Unfortunately, just not able to get the kill off on one of the 2 with Omens. Running away, having 1 health. Getting chased by Crimson here. SunsetRavens now down 2 rounds, but not too bad off when it comes to economy here, having saved on the last round, able to get 4 Omens, maybe 5, unless Atlas goes for a hero buy here on a rifle. Meanwhile, over on Valor, we do have a soft buy here, medium buy maybe, with Red on an Omen. Actually, yeah, just a medium buy here with Red choosing to go with an Omen rather than a rifle. They're just trying to save a little bit of money. It looks like SunsetRavens is going to be going for a meta push onto Tetris. This room below the hatch here, old Tetris, trying to maybe rotate into lockers into here. Crimson and Shino both holding lockers. Looking at the push here, looks like we will have them committing to that hatch. Not having much else in the way of a push on the outside or anything like that. Looks like we will have Footbot downstairs. Drone heading in. Looks like Drone immediately getting taken down by these Valor players. A great grenade straight into lockers, just not able to get any hits off. Shino and Crimson both holding it. An odd door blocker placer here, maybe just to block off Shino's back. Probably a good idea. Looks like Wound is going to be leaning around here. Might get taken out by the wall blow if he gets unlucky. Wound backing up into Cubby here. With Footbot able to take out Shiloh on the flank. Now trying to push up the stairs. With Footbot also able to take out EMP. Cheez-It Lover taken down with Red, taking out Atlas with a great incendiary. Footbot now holding EMP down, with Zoink able to claim it for himself, but getting taken out by Wounds. A very quick round there from these 2 teams. Valor able to claim their 3rd round, keeping most of their players as well. Red having $6,000 to work with, especially on round 4. A lot of capital to use. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens scraping together a lot of their cash in order to get mostly rifles, then a Knut play here. Knut play here from Atlas. I'm interested to see how they use that shotgun. They use that shotgun pretty well over on Hideout to get Crimson down very low behind that piano. I believe they claimed that round. So we'll see how that works out. Looks like we do have SunsetRavens entering in 2 floors above the point. Maybe trying to go for hatches? Not quite sure why they're entering so far above. Looks like we will have Evil Shiloh rotating through. We do have a drone from all the way upstairs. Looks like we will have drone almost getting taken out by Crimson. Just not able to get the hit off. We have one rotating up the stairs. An incendiary here. One of the smallest incendiaries you can get, I would say, just to only one patch. Not knowing there are 5 players on the stairs just to his left. Looks like a rotate is being called here from SunsetRavens towards the hatch. Maybe not realizing they're 2 floors. Yeah, they're 2 floors above the point. Not quite sure what we're thinking here. Crimson on the rotate, trying to 1v5, getting one of the kills off, getting a good trade. Shino getting incendiaried here. SunsetRavens now positioned pretty close to that A hatch. Having used one of their foams. Shino getting taken out by Shiloh on a great flank watch there. Shiloh pushing upstairs with EMP, trying to flush out any other roams. Only a minute 20 left on the clock here. And it looks like we are going to get a hatch outside A open here, but not the A hatch. Shiloh pushing down, trying to open the wall up here. Wall is blown with a risky rotate in front of the open wall. A great incendiary there from Valor, able to hold these players back from pushing straight into the point. Looks like we do have Wound stuck in the back corner here with Footbot able to take out Zoink, as well as Atlas on the push into point. Looks like we do have Cheez-It Lover stuck outside the point here with Shiloh on the other side heading into storage. Valor just not watching it. Cheez-It Lover getting taken out by Footbot. Looks like Footbot is going to rotate into B. Trying to see if there's anyone there. Shiloh waiting to see if anyone tries to push up to him. Valor maybe getting a bit antsy, not seeing anyone. Moon pushing around. Shiloh having 20 seconds left in this difficult situation again. Maybe smart to go for a save here rather than trying to push through. Looks like he may commit to the push here. Yeah, I would say probably a good idea to save there. It just, even if Valor doesn't know he's there, those wall bangs could have caught him off guard. Look, a great idea to save rather than trying to push through and 1v3, especially with the health situation over on Valor. Shiloh living to see another round. Looking at the scores here, we have Red going 7-0. Putting in some work for his team, along with Footbot. Crimson at 3-1. Sorry, I had to sneeze. And then we have Shiloh at 4-2, holding down a 2.0 KD. Very well done for his team. Looks like we do have maybe an off-meta push here from SunsetRavens. Unless they're just going up towards that wall. Looks like they are going to be going up. Valor probably heard a lot of those repels, thinking maybe they're going to go for B. Having a lot of utility placed over here, actually. Crimson hearing these footsteps, wanting someone maybe to watch it. We do have a door blocker and a static both on this copy area, trying to deny entry. Looks like we do have SunsetRavens going for the meta push with actually no Valor members upstairs. Maybe an off meta, actually, going around to the side here. Shiloh coming in with his Marui. Zoink going in the other side. Trying to pre-fire anyone on the stairs. Atlas as well coming in. Looks like we do have Red waiting for someone on the window, talking to Shino. Looks like we have A hatch going to be blown soon. Only one Valor member on A. Looks like Footbot is here. Cheez-It Lover droning in his team. Not seeing anyone on the flank. The full buy here is going to be hard to contend with from Valor. Same with a full buy here from SunsetRavens, however, evening up the spread a little bit. We do have Footbot now in connector. SunsetRavens pushing into an empty point. But Valor definitely knowing that they're going to be pushing onto A. Wall is phoned with Wound trying to get some info peeks in, along with Crimson. Cheese it trying to get some info peeks of his own in. Unfortunately, not having a drone to just clear that point one final time. Looks like we do have Shino kind of stuck here, getting grenaded out. Not getting killed by that grenade somehow. What a crazy, crazy grenade there that just didn't get any hits. A great incendiary from Crimson trying to flush out these peaks here, almost taking Evil Shiloh down. Looks like Shiloh's going to be on the window again on one of his favorite peaks, it looks like. Shiloh trying to get some early picks off here. Valor playing some good point defense, not overextending on these roams here. Shino just waiting, biding his time here, trying not to get taken out soon. Looking maybe he kills anyone who drops down that hatch. Zoink. Looks like Shino taking out Cheez-It Lover as well as Evil Shiloh. Taking out Shiloh as well. Almost taking out Zoink, but not able to get the kill off. Shino claiming a lot of kills for his team. SunsetRavens now having to get on a 1v1. 37 health. Red rotating around through War Room here. Zoink thinking he's in Connector. Looking to go for the plant. Just full committing to the plant. Actually, maybe hearing Red on the rotate here. Red trying to get the kill off here. Getting a great kill off. Trying to maybe fake a reload so that he would get pushed by Zoink. Well done by Red there. SunsetRavens almost to claim themselves around. Almost able to claim themselves around. Unfortunately, just not quite able to get it off with Shino's, I believe, a 3K. Well done. Looks like Red going still 8-0 on Factory, playing very well for his team. Well done here. And then Wound. On a 2-2, still playing very well, especially with Valor, finishing pretty high up in Season 3. Top floor here, most likely going to be a meta push from SunsetRavens. We'll see if they try to change their strategy up a little bit, seeing as Valor has been covering these meta pushes. Looks like we will have Valor covering Locker Room along with Tetris. Got the defensive utility. We do have a static here outside of Tetris. Along with actually no one on these windows. Shino having the door blocker there to watch his back. We do have Shiloh coming in downstairs, having to rotate all the way around to bottom stairs, maybe trying to catch any flankers off guard. With Crimson trying to fire through the wall, maybe to catch anyone who's on the roam. Cheez-It Lover maybe looking to drop in here. Crimson probably waiting for that drop sound to fire. Hoping to get just some good hits off. Maybe SunsetRavens not quite sure where they want to push in just yet. Still having a minute 50 on the clock. They have a lot of time to decide. Looks like we will be calling a B rotate here from SunsetRavens, trying to get in real quick. Unfortunately getting taken out by a great wallbang from Red. What timing there from Red, trying to get the kill off. Well done. Looks like we will have another rotate being called. Maybe hearing the footsteps on the roof. Red just had a great timing on the kill there. Looks like we do have a drop here. Crimson trying to get some hits off, just not able to get any hits off. It looks like Shino taking out Atlas, as well as Zoink taking out, sorry, Red taking out Zoink, almost getting the kill off on Shino there with a great grenade. Looks like Cheez-It Lover trying to get some info peeks off, getting taken out by Crimson. And Shiloh getting taken out by Crimson as well. Valor 6-0. SunsetRavens having to win 7 rounds in a row. Valor seemingly playing this pretty seriously, I would say. Valor now over on offense. We'll see if SunsetRavens can claim some rounds back from them. Looks like we are going to have just a pretty standard buy here from Valor, getting some drones and some incendiaries, as well as all spectrals. Looks like SunsetRavens is going to be getting some defensive utility, looking like a static, trying to block off a rotate directly into point. Kind of an odd placement here, not blocking off the wall or the door, but maybe they have a plan with it. They also have some offensive utility being picked up here with a grenade and an incendiary. Looks like we will have a meta storage push here from Valor, trying to do their standard play straight into B. Footbot trying to get an early pickoff here, maybe almost able to get the kill off on Zoink. Really, just an early incendiary there from Zoink, not able to get any kills off with Evil Shiloh getting taken down. Crimson pushing straight into storage there. I'm going to take a breath here, there's so much happening. Looks like Crimson taking out Cheez-It Lover, but overextending on the push there. Crimson taking out Zoink as well, Atlas taking out Chino and Crimson, but getting taken out by Wound. These Valor members now suddenly just in the point, able to claim it. Shiloh on the flank. EMP dropped actually out in storage. Shiloh able to flip the script here almost, but Red able to outplay space him. Valor winning Factory against SunsetRavens 7-0. Red going 11-0 in the scrim. My goodness, well done to Red, doing some great warm-ups it seems. Footbot and Crimson both going 7-3. Chino going 5-4 and Wound going 3-3. Looks like over on SunsetRavens, we did have Shiloh going 5-5, Alex going 4-7, Zoink going 2-7, Cheez-It going 1-7, and Evil Shiloh unfortunately going 0-7. But I believe they'll probably pick up the pace a little bit here on third map. I believe this will be their map choice, if I had to guess. So I believe they'll pick a pretty good map for themselves, and I bet we'll see some great plays from them. Let's see. Looks like this might be SunsetRavens. Yes, looks like SunsetRavens map choice, I think. See how that works out. This is the end scoreboard. I'm curious what this third map is going to be. You know, playing Hideout and Factory, I would think the logical third map would be Skyscraper if you're trying to just maybe complete, I would say, the trifecta. But we'll see what happens. I believe we will get a third map. I'm hoping we will. Looks like we do have one of these Valor players dropping. Maybe a roster change here from Valor. Actually, talking to Captain of Valor, looks like there will not be a third map happening. So, cutting this short, unfortunately, looks like that will be it for me. Looking at the utility that was played on both sides, I think we just have some really quick utility being used that unfortunately just isn't doing too much. We did see that incendiary, I believe from Zoink, that would happened on the first, I believe, like 5 seconds of the map. And it just didn't do too much because, you know, no one's even pushed in yet. The door is just barely open, so the team can just wait it out and nothing much has changed. I just feel like trying to smoke these utilities until EMP is planted is a lot better, or at least until you know you can guarantee a kill with some of these incendiaries. I'm just not quite sure how we're going to see these utility plays being picked up. Maybe seeing some better lineups here from the teams, trying to, you know, optimize when they're going to use the utility. For now, I think that's going to be it from me. This has been Plague Doctor. I've been casting SunsetRavens NA versus Valor. This has been a scrimcast in the off-season. I hope you all have a great night. It's been great having you. And have a great night. I'll be back live in about 30 minutes in order to cast a scrim from Chaos. Not sure who their opponent is, but it will be from Chaos. So we'll see how that works out for them. For now, have a great night.